So speaking of questions, we have a question here from, well, it didn't actually state his name, but it looks like his name's Sean. He says, I'm planning to get portable hard drive for my Intel iMac. I will use it for backing up information and programs, etc. He says, iOmega has something called a REV technology. It is external drive that has a removable hard disk system. And what do I look for in buying an external drive? And is there any hard drive brand you can recommend? I actually was really excited when I saw the iOmega drive. I don't know if you've seen these or not, but basically it's a cartridge, so it's kind of like a zip disk on steroids or a floppy disk on steroids, because this thing can hold gigabytes of data. It's like a hard drive. You basically have that you can pop out the REV things. Here's what I don't like about them. The read-write speeds aren't really any better than a hard drive, and it's proprietary. What that means is I can't buy a Bob's retail version of those little iOmega drives, which means they can charge me whatever. Once I own the drive, if I want to buy more storage, I got to pay whatever iOmega asks. And I always kind of hate pinning myself into that situation. There are actually things you can get inside a tower, and some towers, or an external case, where you can actually swap out the actual hard drive. So you can buy and
notice that's your local Walmart. They actually have ports in the front now. It's really cool. You can slide in an external hard drive and it's treated as an internal hard drive.
And that can be a way for you to back up. I prefer hard drives. I really do. But I also consider DVDs as a possible backup storage as well, because I never trust my media to one thing. I don't know, just imagine a huge sun flare activity that creates a huge magnetic field that wipes the earth. All the hard drives are gone. But if you got your disk, you still got your data, because you can reboot, reinstall everything from a CD or something. But earthquake, whatever, DVDs are really cheap that you can send off. But they're slow, and it's not the kind of thing you want to do for a lot of stuff. Put it on an external hard drive is a great way to go. Myself, I actually go to Otherworld Computing, and if you do a Google search for Otherworld Computing, it'll take you to their website, which is actually www.macsales.com. And again, I'm not getting paid. They aren't a sponsor or anything. I'm just telling you my opinion. I've had great customer service from them. I bought RAM from them. They've been great if there's been a problem returning it. The hard drive, I had a problem with the hard drive. They were great about taking that back and sending me another one, no questions asked. Really great company. But if you go in here, you see a lot of choices in here for hard drives. And they have not only external hard drives that you can buy, but you can also buy external drive enclosure kits where you can pop in different drives. Things I like is in FireWire if you're a Mac user, and there's also USB drives. But they have a lot of different choices down here that you can choose. And there's ones I've actually bought before. I've actually bought this model that you see right here, and I've been really happy with that. It's been pretty rugged. They have these little rubber stops on the bottom that come off too easy, though. That's kind of a pain. But here's what I love. Most of these hard drives, you have to have a power supply to plug it in, as well as a FireWire cable. But one other thing you can get for true portability is right down here, the Otherworld Computing On The Go. This one right here, these are portable. And you see the size of it, it's just a little bit bigger than a mouse. And basically what they've done is they put in a laptop hard drive into this little clear shell case. So you click on that, boom, there you go. And with these, the nice thing about it is you don't have to use a power supply. If you use the 6-pin FireWire cable like you get on the back of iMacs, it comes with the cable. And if you plug the 6-pin into the back of the computer, into the back of the iMac, it draws its power from the FireWire port, which means you don't have to worry about finding an outlet to plug in the hard drive, one extra cable dangling out there looking pretty ugly. So if you're wanting to back up and be portable and take stuff with you, this is great because it is so small, you can fit it in your pocket. That's what I recommend. It's what we actually use in our lab for moving stuff to different computers.
And you kept talking about iMac, but Windows users, we were talking about that earlier, you can switch things in and out. You can actually buy a PCI card that has maybe 4 FireWire ports on it, the 6-pin, and Windows users can do the same thing.
It's so cheap. That card is really cheap.
I said $20 for it. You can probably go online and find it cheaper on like PriceGrabber.com or something.
And all these have USB ports as well, but if you do use the USB, there's not enough power off the USB port to run the drive by itself. You do have to then plug in the power supply, and it does come with one if you get that.
Tiny bit slower too, not much.
It costs a little more, but you're getting a true drive. A lot of people get these external hard drives that they want to haul around in their backpack. They're like video production majors or something like that.
Take it with them on the plane.
And they aren't really meant for that kind of a beating. They're portable, but they aren't really meant to be hauled around in the backpack with the chemistry textbook crushing it. These are meant to be, these are the same hard drives they put into laptops, which means they're used to this kind of abuse and getting banged around.
Being moved around and shook and
You've got
whatnot.
it, running through X-ray machine.
You're on a bus and you're bouncing.
Right, and so they're meant to take that kind of abuse. So for portability, these are far more reliable than any other drive I've ever seen. Another one I've actually gone to is LaCie hard drives, and if you don't know how to spell that, I'll show you right there, LACIE hard drives. And you can just, find a lot of places over here, it's sold at Mac Mall, Staples, sell LaCie hard drives. You can get a lot of deals with rebates. I've been real happy with those. They're pretty rugged in what they do, and you can get them in FireWire 800, which is kind of handy.
Some of them I find to be a little bit more expensive, but they're worth it because you get what you pay for.
Exactly. I have found problems with the one that has I can't remember the brand name, but it has like the blue...
The one-touch button.
Yeah, with the blue ring on the front or whatever. I find that people have run into problems with those when they come down to our lab. They've run into some snags with some of those. And they're rather bulky, and they aren't really designed to take the beating. Whereas the LaCie drive is a metal enclosure. I'll click on that and show you real quick. Here's their external hard drives. Right there. There's their hard drive, desktop hard drive, and they have different models in here, but here's the ones that I've gotten before. Is like this right here. If I click on this one, it's $179. $200 for 500 gigabytes. So that might seem like, or 320 gigabytes for $179. It may seem like a lot of money, but you consider you spend $30 for a flash drive that's just 2 gigabytes. If you're really doing a lot of stuff and you want to be portable with your media to take it to some place where someone can help you out, then there you go. That'd be the way to go, I think.
Oh, and we were talking about durability and things not working. Also make sure that, we've mentioned this before, but make sure if you work on both systems, Mac and PC, that it's not formatted for one and it won't work on the other.
Right.
Had people come in before, plug in, it doesn't work, stupid thing's broken, this Mac's broken, or this is broken. No, you just have it formatted for the wrong type.
If you know your only Mac, you could format it. You don't have to do the journaled format because that's really only if it's a bootable drive. But do the Mac OS extended. If you think you might want to take it to a PC to share with some PC friends, Windows friends, then you probably want to format it in the FAT32, and you may have to partition the drive, because if you format it NTFS, Mac can read it, but it can't write to it, at least not at this point. And maybe it's something Leopard will be able to do.
There's plenty of software, too, that if you know you're going to be working on both enough, you can buy software that will allow you to read on the other file type, too.
Yeah,
so
you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully that answers your question on that. If not, send us another email back. Those of you who have opinions on brands that you've liked, or if you have a different opinion about that little ring one that I talked about, and want to post anything, or if you've seen other reviews online on different hard drives, post links to those in our comment section on our blog. All right?
We're not opposed to you posting links in our comment section.
That's right.
Some sites.
We don't have all the answers. You guys have answers. You have experiences. Share those with everyone else so we can all become smarter. All right?